Hey everybody, Alex here, and today we look at 14 Steam games coming out in April. Every month we look up all the new games coming out from AAA to indie games. This takes a lot of time, so if you guys like this content, please hit the like button. Some of these we really want to play, so also come join us on Twitch if you want to see us play these games live, or subscribe to see first looks or let's plays on the channel. So let's dive into it. On the 1st of April, the Rebellion releases in early access. This is a new take on real-time strategy where you can command from above like a normal RTS, but also seamlessly transition into third person to join your warriors on the battlefield. You can equip your soldiers with all different kinds of armor, set up defenses, make trade routes, guard convoys, and more. The game has single and multiplayer options with up to 6 players, where you can go free for all or team-based. We are pretty excited to try out this new mix of genres. Also on the 1st of April, Totally Reliable Delivery Service releases. It's been in beta since June 2019, but now finally releases. It's a ragdoll physics simulation that, as the title suggests, make you deliver packages. You have to work together using vehicles and gadgets to reliably deliver packages to their destination. You can go at it solo or join up to 4 friends in this crazy mayhem of a game. If you want to take a break from delivering packages, you can hop into multiplayer events and play some silly games like Windy Wings, Hovercraft Derby and Laser Barrage. We think this will be a fun game, and maybe this one you will see us play on stream. On the 6th of April, Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game, releases in early access. This is an isometric, turn-based, party-based role-playing game inspired by Orphans in the Sky. The game features a detailed skill-based character system, multiple ways to handle quests, choices and consequences, and branching dialogue trees. You can recruit 10 party members with all different personalities, agendas and beliefs, and there are 3 main factions and groups. There will be different environments to explore, from the engine room and hydroponics to the dystopian cities of the Habitat and the Wasteland, the now uncharted corridors and decks that bore the brunt of the fighting during the mutiny. So if you like turn-based RPGs, keep an eye out for this one. For all you old school RPG fans, we have Saga Frontier Remastered releasing on the 15th of April. Originally released by Square Enix in 1998, the game now has improved graphics, additional features and a new main character called Fuse. The basic concept of Saga Frontier is based on its free scenario system in which one can play as any of 8 different protagonists, all of whom exist in the same setting, a solar system known as the Regions, a group of planets, each with its own culture, game level of technology and form of magic. The game is considered non-linear in that from the beginning many of the characters are free to go almost anywhere and interact with almost anyone. Battles are turn-based, in which the player chooses his or her actions and allow them along those of the enemies to play out. A variety of weapons, special skills and magic spells are at the player's disposal, so if you want a nostalgia hit, make sure to wishlist Saga Frontier. It's busy this month for turn-based RPG lovers because We Are the Caretakers drops on the 22nd of April. This is a sci-fi turn-based squad management RPG where you have to defend your planet and reunite the world against an extraterrestrial threat. It's inspired by Darkest Dungeon, Ogre Battle and XCOM. Defend the endangered animals your world relies on in strategic turn-based combat. Define your approach to a global resistance by balancing your reputation, funds, research, animals, and alliances. We Are the Caretakers is a challenging strategy RPG fusion that asks you to protect a planet by fighting for the people, animals, and ecosystems that inhabit it. Because the game is focused on conservation of species, they will donate 10% of their net revenue to save the rhinos as a nice bonus when you purchase the game. Now we get into the games that say will be released or enter early access in April. They have no specific release date, but keep your eye out for these games during this month. So next up we have Century of Ashes. This is an early access free-to-play multiplayer dragon battle game. Master a growing roster of classes and dragons, compete in intense arena battles and rule the skies in fast-paced aerial combat. You can play 3 versus 3 or up to 6 versus 6 versus 6. With 3 different game modes like Carnage, a team deathmatch, Survival, Last Team Standing and Gates of Fire, a capture the flag style. At the start of the game, there will be 3 different classes: the tanky Widguard, the warrior Marauder, and the stealthy Phantom. And free-to-play sets off alarm bells for a lot of gamers, but in-game purchases will be purely cosmetic. So only skill can get you a win, although some players may look prettier while doing that. We should also see Viking Vengeance come out this month. This is a roguelite dungeon crawler ARPG set in a religiously oppressed medieval world. You play as a Templar with pagan origins who rediscovers his roots and learns to wield the power of the Norse gods, forever changing the destiny of his people. The game features 3 different classes, a worshipping system to gain the favor of the Norse gods to aid you in battle, 2 afterlife paths to choose from when you die, a unique level up system with skills, talents and items, and you can use in-game physics to take down your enemies. The afterlife feature seems really interesting since you have to pay up in the afterlife to be revived on the spot or go back to your last save and restart the world. Also, while in the afterlife you will be hunted down by Valkyries. Looks and sounds interesting and I cannot wait to check it out. Next up we have In the Street of Titans. This is an industrial city building sim strategy game set on Saturn's moon Titan. In the game you design your own city and grow it from just a few small buildings, make production lines and huge factories to create devices and buildings from raw resources, and create massive battleships to fight your enemies. And like in any simulation game, you need to balance the needs of your workers, your factories and your buildings to produce a powerful, efficient economy. The game is described as real-time with pause, so you can play at your own pace. You can already get into the early access on Epic Games and it will be released there on the 14th of April, but a Steam release will follow soon, so keep an eye out for that. Another game planning to go into early access in April is Revolution the Spark, a steampunk story-driven turn-based tactical RPG. Gather your allies and explore 9 unique districts in the capital of a corrupt empire whose citizens cry out for your help. You can recruit up to 25 allies with 7 distinct classes. Also, choices in the game matter, so decide if you want to battle or reason with your enemies to solve conflicts. There are 5 different endings to the game, so there'll be lots of replayability. It has a nice cel-shaded art style and I can't wait to see what the game is all about when it releases. This next game could be a big hit. We've got a new open world survival exploration city builder called Kingdom Builders, releasing hopefully at the end of April. You have to build your own kingdom, building by building, having villagers join your side. Lead them to expand your empire, defeating foes hindering your empire's growth. This has a lot of similarities with, for example, Stonehearth, so if they deliver, this could be a great game. There's resource gathering, you can build houses, farms, blacksmith and many other buildings. And while exploring you will encounter enemies. Luckily you have an ever-growing band of companions that will mimic your actions, so if you find an enemy, they will too. Then when you have returned from your exploration with new loot, you can expand your settlement, build walls and set up production lines to fulfill your villagers' needs. This game looks like it could be a big one, so keep an eye out for Kingdom Builders. We should also see Rise of Humanity drop somewhere this month. This is a turn-based deck-building card game set in a dystopian future where an AI has taken over the world. You take control of a band of misfit heroes that survived the onslaught decades ago and help them save humankind. Each hero is controlled by a deck of cards, allowing them to attack, dodge and move and so on. So build up your deck to get stronger as the game progresses and make strategic choices. Also, the game will have 2 modes when it releases in early access. Story mode that lets you play with your team against AI, and the daily challenge mode. Here you fight in 3 different missions with 3 randomly determined heroes under battle conditions that change every day, and you will climb the monthly leaderboard to become the champion. Next up, do you want to betray your friends? If you like games like Project Winter and Among Us, you will like Dread Hunger. It's an 8-player game of survival and betrayal. Explorers path their ship through the unforgiving Arctic. Among the crew, 2 traitors call on dark powers to undermine them. You will steer a 19th century warship around, and along the way you can go on land to scavenge supplies or get rid of one of your friends. Lure wild animals to them, feed them tainted food, or hex them with blood magic, or just shoot them in the back. Keep on moving to not get caught by a massive blizzard. Looks like a fun game, so maybe we will check it out on a stream. Then we have got Aircraft Carrier Survival, a simulator set in the merciless reality of World War II, where you command a huge naval carrier. In the game you manage crew, officers and planes aboard the ship and survive attacks and fight back. You can use different maneuvers, aircraft, anti-aircraft turrets and more to survive these attacks. Also collect intel from recon missions and prepare your pilots and aircrafts for large operations. I personally like these types of management games, and the World War II setting makes it even better. There isn't much info besides a demo stream from the devs, so let's see what it's all about when the game comes out. And the last game on the list is Rise ETERNA. The game has been set to release soon on Steam, and April might just be that month. Rise ETERNA is a tactical RPG reminiscent of the 16-bit era Japanese strategy games. You can recruit up to 14 characters, each with their own unique abilities. Learn new skills and develop your characters using gems that can be crafted with ingredients looted during your battles. The devs say there will be a rich story and lots of hidden content like characters and challenges for you to find. Not much info is out on the game and it has been pushed back a few times. Probably a good thing considering 2020 wasn't the best year for game releases. So we will keep you posted on this game, and there will probably be a first look or let's play when it releases. So this was the list of April releases on Steam. Johnny has made a list with some big hitters like Outriders coming out during this month, so go watch that video as well if you like this one. And if you enjoy these kind of videos, please leave a like, so we will keep making them for you so you never get surprised by a game release again. Also come check us out on Twitch, where we stream all kinds of games from AAA to indie games. Thank you very much for watching this video and have a nice day. See you next month. Bye now.